Hey Matthew, we're back in the Warriors games.
Tell me, Kyle, am I your little butterfly?
Yeah?
Because I've been searching for a man all
Oh.
across Japan just to find my samurai. See, I told you were going to get lost with what I was referencing.
See, I felt really good because I was certain you were talking about Crazy Town's Butterfly, and you weren't. Clearly.
What's Crazy Town's Butterfly?
It's a rap. Crazy. There's a crystal. I can't go into 90s rap right now. I can't do it. But it's.
Oh, what a shame. I was referencing that weird video. Don't know what it's actually called. I'm pretty sure it's just called Butterfly. But if you search for it on YouTube, you'll get plenty of videos with anime girls wearing little clothing.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably better than if you search for Crazy Town Butterfly. I think what's the singer's name? Shell Shock Steve or someone?
Shell Shock
Shifty
Steve.
Shell Shock. Shifty Shell Shock is one of the members of Crazy Town.
Are you sure he's also not a Ninja Turtle in his spare time?
Like, what if he's mostly meth in his spare time? Anyway,
Why is Raiden in feudal Japan?
this is Kairushima.
Oh, of course, Kairushima.
I couldn't get Shimazu, which is what I usually did, but I couldn't fit it in.
Hey, konnichiwa.
Absolutely.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yep. So you might remember we did a video of this exact same game back in 2014 called Samurai Warriors 4. This is Samurai Warriors 4 Empires.
Is there any difference?
Yes. This is, I mean, I said to you before we started recording, there's two types of Warriors games. There's the good ones and the shit ones. And this is a good one, which is nice.
I was going to say, didn't the last one lag if you put down like a tower?
Oh my god, yeah, that was Dynasty Warriors 4 Empires. This game is like, they share the Empire's name, but they are nothing alike. This game is based...
Why do you play so many of these? You play like, every time you show me one of these games, they just look the exact same, and you're like, no, this is like the 6th different version of this game that I'm showing you.
Again, this is why you should read the review if you want to know the actual, the actual reasons why one is better than another. I only play about half the Warriors games because I'm not an idiot. So, they made Dynasty Warriors 4. I quite like that game. It had some pace issues, but it added these hyper attacks, when I get blue lines around me, basically. And you can dash through people, and I think that's really fun. And Samurai Warriors 4 was a pretty robust game in other ways. It's one of the better looking ones of recent years. So that's the weirdness. They pump out these games, and then half of them look like 2 years older than the rest of them. It's bizarre. But it was a good looking one. And then they made Samurai Warriors 4 2, which is basically the exact same game but with more story in it, and I didn't play that. That was last year's.
What are you doing? I don't even understand the map, and you're just clicking on random Asian people and sending them to towers.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. You just explained it, it's fine. This is the strategy, so Empires is the strategy game, and that has in-mission and overworld strategy elements.
So you're sending your army and your units to go to these places?
Yeah, there are key mechanics that make strategy in this in the game battles better than any other game. There's there's a chain system now, so if you take a base and cut off 2 other enemy bases, surround them with your supply lines, where the blue on the map, in case you couldn't work that out, then you'll just cascade and capture all the enemy bases you've trapped. It's fucking great. There's nothing more satisfying, than just surrounding this chunk of enemy bases and then just capturing them all at once. It feels like you've pulled off a strategy that's actually meaningful.
Are the named characters different heroes, kind of like a MOBA, like League of Legends sort of thing?
Yeah, there's 2 tiers. There's the ones that they've crafted, basically, and then there's everyone else, which are basically just versions of custom characters, like my person.
So you chose to look like Raiden?
Yeah, I mean, I've since changed his armor to something a bit more Power Rangery. There's literal Power Ranger masks in this game.
That's amazing. Which one was your favorite ranger? I like Tommy.
I like Yellow Ranger, for obvious reasons.
The Asian lady.
Sure, I mean, it really was a yellow ranger, an Asian person.
I'm pretty sure, and the black ranger was someone who was black.
Oh my
and the
God.
pink ranger was generic white girl.
Oh, well, it was the 90s, wasn't it? So,
yeah.
There you go.
Red was the jock.
Yeah, aside from the cascading bases, there's a concept of well-supplied bases are fucking really hard to take. They double the health of the enemies, and in more in some cases, and you just can't take completely surrounded enemy bases.
Is that what you're in right now?
We're in a base with some supply links, hence the health bars are a little bit longer than normal. and they've got 2 officers. You can't take a base with an enemy officer inside it. These are all they are all small things, but it really does change how the battle flows.
You just killed those people and then they warped back into existence.
It's a Dynasty Warriors games. We've got to put as many bodies on screen as we can. So you see,
that guy, Nobunaga Oda, he's in the
Nobunaga Oda, yeah.
Nobunaga Oda, he's the character from Civ 5 as you play as Japan, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, it is historically based. It's romanticized, like the Dynasty Warriors games, which are China.
Are they? Oh, okay. So one follows China and one follows Japan.
Yep, yeah. And then Warriors Orochi is when they throw both of them together and fight lizard people. They're really
sounds
fun.
Much cooler.
Oh my god, the first mission of Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate is you fucking fighting a lava pit of fucking giant Hydra heads. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, this game is pretty good, but like, you know, anyone who's played now Samurai Warriors 4 or 4-2, it is the same game, same models, same basic gameplay. But with the strategy layer on, the strategy layer is better than it's been. Nothing like Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, which was the really shitty one we looked at last year.
I was going to say, all these games look the same. You could be replaying one we've already done a video on, and I wouldn't know the difference.
No, there are any connoisseur of the Warriors games would see that this one is a pretty good one. Assuming you like the hyper attacks, because it does change the pace so much. It almost feels like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they set up their teams at Tecmo, but I feel like there's like on games and off games. And it just so happened that this generation round so far, Samurai Warriors have seemed to get the on game ones.
Yeah, watching this just makes me want to go back and watch The Last Samurai again, because I really like that movie.
For katanas and those fucking dumb straw hats.
I don't think there were any people with straw hats in The Last Samurai.
There had to be fucking peasants with straw hats in rice fields.
I just remember lots of samurai killing each other. It was really good.
Was there many neon particles in The Last Samurai?
I don't know. Unfortunately not.
God, I've played about 20 hours of this game over the last weekend. It's insane. Played more of this than The Division. That tells you my feelings on it.
Is this series one that won Soundtrack of the Year one year?
It was Warriors Orochi Ultimate 3 Ultimate that one, yeah.
Yeah, because like the music sounds really nice.
I think it's the same music from before. Again, like this is the problem. It's like if you like it, great. Like it's nice for me because I've had a 2-year gap since playing Samurai Warriors 4, so I don't mind.
But that triggers me right now that they have the Japanese map on its side and not like the correct way.
I mean, like every strategy game does. Total War Shogun was the same. No, so this out of battle strategy layer, which we were not going to take a look at, but I'll just discuss it. It's changed a lot. It's heavily influenced by Nobunaga's Ambition, the other strategy game series that Tecmo do. You know, on the PC, we checked it out a little while ago.
Yeah,
like they've aped the supply system from that, which is really nice. So how many supplies you can bring into battle depends how long you can wage war. They've got weirdly, they've got fucking tons of these weird social situations. Most of them aren't as good looking as this one.
I was going to say this scene makes it look like the beginning of some like yaoi hentai.
I mean, we've just conquered the capital now, so we've just fulfilled.
You've just had a rough battle. You two alone in the courtyard watching the birds, embracing each other slowly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It fucking fades before it gets to the good stuff. Again, the dick to story quotient way off in this game. So yeah, that's Samurai Warriors 4 Empires. Check back on the website for a review real soon.